What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Change Your Story podcast. I'm your host and transformation coach, Hannah Dawson. I'm also the founder and creator of the Fit Club app. It's your all in one female transformation platform helping women build a fit mind, a fit body, and a fit life. And it truly is a self relationship app. So, if you haven't tried it out, see the show notes below to start your 7-day free trial. Everything we talk about will be in the show notes, including how to contact me, how to come and hang out with me on social media. Today, we are on episode 4 of Changing Your Food Story. And today, we're really talking about you're trying to change your body without changing the story, right? You're trying to change your relationship to your body without changing the story. And I see that so many women do this. And I mean, I have been one of those women as well. It's like you want to change your body. It's like doing all these things. It's like, all this restriction, all this dieting, all the next thing, all the things to stop you from eating, to stop all of this extreme. It's just extreme, extreme, from one extreme to the next. So you go from restrict to binge, you go from all in to all nothing, right? If you can't do it perfectly, you don't do it at all. You try to do everything at once, from Weight Watchers to cabbage soup to the keto to the carnivore to the peptides to the Ozempic to, all of the things. You know your thing. You know the thing that you do. Here's the thing is that you will always default to the story that you believe. You will always default to the belief system. You've changed your body 100 times. You know that you can do it. But it's not proving that your body can do it, because your body can do it. But now you believe that your body can't do it, because that's a belief system. But your body proves to you that it can do it. And it has nothing to do with your body not being able to do it. It has everything to do with what you believe that you are worthy of. Right? At some point, ladies, we have to ask ourselves, and I'll use kind of an example from somebody I know, I think tools are great. I think there is a purpose for using tools, whether it's tracking macros, whether it's having something help you, whether it's a peptide, whether it's a supplement. I believe they all serve a purpose, right? But they are meant to supplement a foundation. They are not meant to band-aid disorder, right? And so when, we take something to stop us from binging, but yet we don't actually look if where the binging's coming from, it's not going to do anything but band-aid, right? When we want to lose weight or get the weight off, but we've never even tracked our nutrition, never even done movement or attempted at the lifestyle, ladies, you'll always revert back. You'll always revert back. You will always default. Even if you get a little taste of it, it'll be like slips out of your hands. I know you felt that. I have been there. It's because you think your worth is outside of you. You think the thing that you need is in something else. And here's the dangerous thing about tools when it comes to transformation, whether that's a special exercise, extra cardio, a peptide, Ozempic, a surgery, whatever. If your worth is in that, you'll mistake the tool for the transformation. I've said this before, and I said this in the last one, and I probably should do an episode. If you haven't listened to the laws of alignment, go and listen to the laws of alignment. And then there's a series of manifestation that is not here on YouTube. It actually is here on YouTube, but it's not a video. So you can go to Apple Podcasts or Spotify, Change Your Story podcast. It's actually on YouTube here too. So you can search it up, the series on that. And we talk about, you don't get what you want, you get what you are. We don't attract what we want, we attract what we are. Life is mirroring to you, your belief system. That's the truth. That can be a hard pill to swallow. That can be something that can be really hard to accept. But here's the thing, unless you accept it, unless you take responsibility for it, change is not possible. Because change can only happen when you start taking responsibility for, are you showing up as the woman who lives that way? Because if you're not, you won't have the capacity to hold it. You won't have the capacity to hold that version of you. Because she does things a lot differently than you do now. She does a lot of things differently. And so, you want the result without doing the work. But if you don't do the work, you won't have the strength to hold the thing that you want. And I've said it like this before, is that there's this beautiful story, and I love it. And I say it to our fit club. I say it in our mindset coaching bi-weekly. It's a story of a little boy and his dad walking on the ocean. And they come up to a sea turtle hatch. Now, if you've heard this or if you understand about sea turtles, then you know. If you don't, then stay with me. This little boy sees these little sea turtles hatch. And so the dad wasn't paying attention. The boy goes to grab the turtles and to put them in the ocean. And the dad caught him and said, "Son, you cannot do that." The boy, like all frightened, thought he was doing something to help these turtles get to their destination a lot quicker, right? Makes sense. No. Here's the thing. The sea turtles hatch on sand because it's the struggle in the sand to get them to the ocean that prepares them to be able to withstand the things in the ocean and to have the strength and the capacity to survive. And how many times do we do that on our journey? We want the body, but we don't want to change the relationship, change the story. We want the thing without having to do the inner work. So if you are at a place in your transformation, or not even in a transformation, feeling stuck, feeling frustrated, feeling like I give up. Let's talk about that for a second. I've heard lots of women, especially doing consultations and having lots of clients, is like, this is it. Hannah, this is the last attempt. And after that, I'm done. That tells me a lot about self-relationship right there. You don't trust yourself and you don't believe in yourself when it comes to pursuing this thing. It's conditional. It's conditional. So the thing that you want is conditional. The thing that you're pursuing is based on, if you don't do this, then we're done. Then I'm not loving you and I don't work. I'm not willing to work on you. Here's the thing. You need to pursue the lifestyle more than you pursue the outcome. The lifestyle is the beautiful part. If you can't embody her now, if you can't choose thoughts now, if you can't spend time with yourself now, if you can't see your workouts as building a relationship with yourself and building your body and building your self-esteem and building your energy, that's such a mindset reframe. I talked about that in the self-relationship series on the Change Your Story podcast. You got to see your workouts as time that you're spending with yourself. Building a relationship, time quiet with your thoughts or your favorite music, getting stronger, right? A lot of you don't even work out. Maybe you haven't worked out in years because it used to be a way to punish yourself. Or you believe that lifting weights will make you bulky. Or you have all these messed up beliefs about fat-burning foods, can't lift too much weight. No wonder you feel exhausted. No wonder this feels traumatizing to go and reach a goal again. You just want to get there so then you can exhale. But I'm telling you, you can exhale before you get there. You just have to embody her now, love her now, right? See your nutrition and tracking not as a place of making sure that you're not going over, but making sure that you're getting enough, right? Making sure that you are, I did this on actually Instagram. I was posting a picture of me weighing my food. And I was saying some call this obsessive, while obsessing negatively about their body and about food and being good and bad. Here's the thing. You got to choose your heart. Because while you may think that's obsessive and be stuck in this thing where all that takes up your mind is, whether you're falling off or whether this is good or bad, you got to see understanding your nutrition as making sure that you're getting enough of the things that you need, right? You got to shift your perspective and perception. You got to see tracking food as a bank account. What deposits are you making? What deposits? Are you totally neglecting your health, neglecting your protein, but you're too afraid to give your body energy? Carbs are our main source of energy for our brain and our muscle. It helps feed our muscle. Protein helps repair. Fats help hormones. And if you're like, oh, that's too obsessive, I don't want to know that. That's like saying that you want to be wealthy or you want to, go places in life, but you don't want to look at your bank account, but you don't want to be, you have weird beliefs about that. So it's like, You are in relationship with yourself. You have to take control. Nobody's going to do it for you. So you have to see nourishment as pouring into yourself, as proactive, as taking care of your vitality, as, yes, metabolic health, yes, prevention, yes, energy levels, yes, recovery. That's what I look at it like. But maybe before, maybe 10 years ago, I would have been looking at it like, oh, it's a low carb day. Oh, it's a high carb day. Oh, I can't have that. Oh, this is fat burning. That's not fat burning. Like obsessive, right? But I didn't know. Now I know. Now I share. Let me look at my notes because I'm going in it, and sometimes I just go in it and I share. I don't want to miss the notes that I take that I want to share with you guys. So stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. The daily version of yourself that you rehearse is the one that you become. What habits are you practicing daily? That's who will show up tomorrow. I love saying it like this. Support your future self. Support her tomorrow. Love yourself like she is the only person you got to love, and everything else will work out. So how can you support her tomorrow? You do the things today and you set her up for success. She's like your teammate. You're like, yeah, I want her to have such a good day tomorrow. I want her to be organized. I want her to feel good. How can I do that? I know if I eat really good today, and really good, I should take away those words, healthy, fill my, making sure I'm being consistent with getting my food. If I move today, it's going to give me more energy. It's going to make me happier. If I prep today, it's going to set myself up for tomorrow. If I start working on my inner dialogue now, everything has a compound effect. Remember, you can't change your body without changing the story. And changing the story requires you to be present, to show up for yourself now, to challenge the beliefs that tell you that you can't, or that you're not worthy, or that it's too much, and start asking yourself why. Start showing up as that version now, taking care of yourself now. Change your perspective and perception on things now, right? I want to ask you guys some questions, and these you can journal if you choose to, okay? What story do you repeat about yourself daily? This is really good to get in a journal, and you might even want to open your notes app on your phone. And just like when you go to do things, what is the negative thing that comes up? Maybe you get anxiety about something, or food, or your body, or putting something on, or maybe, I don't know, take those as little nuggets and save them in your notes phone, and then journal. What is the story that is repeating? What is constantly being repetitive? That's where your treasure is, right? In our trials, our treasures, if we're willing to look, if we're willing to reflect. All right, my second question for you is, what identity are your habits reinforcing? What identity are your habits reinforcing? Your environments, your rituals, what you're listening to, what you're watching, who you hang around. What is that reinforcing? And then what beliefs are driving your behavior, right? Think about every action that you take, a belief drives that, right? Emotion. Remember how we talked about emotion is just energy in motion? A thought creates an emotion, which creates an action and a behavior. So what beliefs are driving the behavior? Pay attention to it. And now my last question, which would be for this episode, is, are you trying to change your body while holding on to the old same story? The old same story. What's the story? Let's start with this. If you're taking something to stop your binging or stop your hunger, have you ever asked yourself why you're hungry in the first place? What's the story? We only get answers to the questions we're willing to ask, no matter how hard it can be to be confronted by those answers. That's how transformation happens. I want to know your guys' breakthroughs. I want to know. Journal about that. Remember, you do not become a new version of yourself by chasing her. You don't even become a new version. You become the version you already were by choosing her and shaking off the limited beliefs and getting rid of the story, burning the pages that tell you that you are not who you should be, or you can't have what you want, or you can't look how you want, or you can't feel how you want. That's a story. There's a belief. And the only way we get freedom, food freedom, body freedom from that is by challenging the story and choosing differently and choosing to see things differently. That is it. That is all. Next week, you guys, we're really going to talk about, really about, let me look at my notes. I was trying to go, you know what, this is real. This is like, when I'm on a podcast, I can edit this, and I'm not editing this. I'm going to look at my, what our episodes are called so I can, last episode. Fear doesn't leave when you lose the weight. There's a story there. It can even be heavier. So maybe you have reached a goal, you lost the weight, and you notice you don't feel different. And you almost feel more fear than you felt when you wanted to reach the goal. We're going to dive into that. If you're excited about that episode, let me know. If you have questions or things to share about that, let me know. You guys, that is it for this episode. That is all. I love you all. I want to know what's resonating with you. Tag me, share, comment below this, share it with whoever came to your heart and whatever came to your mind, whatever spoke to you. Journal about it, work on it. I can guarantee you're going to have crazy breakthroughs. Until next time, you guys, I love you so much. Bye for now.